Before you came, when you were invited, did you have any knowledge or anticipation or anxieties about what it was going to be like here?
Well, oddly enough, I was told that this was quite a conservative group.
Really?
Yeah, and after I got here, people were a bit puzzled by that characterization. I guess everything is context, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
In the States, you know, the word evangelical usually implies someone who is extremely conservative, both theologically and socially. And certainly that's not been my experience here at this wonderful festival, which, you know, I love the community of the place. The atmosphere is one of openness and wanting to learn about all kinds of things. And it's remarkable to be with 20,000 people and almost never hear a cross word.
So did you think, though, that there might be crosswords, that you would be like a lion thrown to the Christians or something?
I don't think so. You know, I don't worry about that so much.
Mm.
I can't control what other people say or do. There are things that have been said about me that are just so patently false. I couldn't live my life if I tried to chase all those down.
And so far you've found it good, and you've been happy that you've been able to be.
Oh, I love being here. This is fantastic, and I can hardly walk around. People are stopping me all the time, not to berate me, but to thank me for being here, for my words, or they want to tell me a story about someone in their family or their own story. And you know, I love people so much. That's just a pure joy.
So, what kind of questions have people been asking you in the sessions?
Yesterday, I loved the questions. You know, I do this quite a lot, and pretty often I get the same questions. Mm-hmm. Yesterday, I got asked completely different questions, and one I learned so much from myself. I use this image of being in the eye of the storm, and it's the title of my book. And a young woman got up and asked, well, you know, when you're in the eye of the storm, the back end of the hurricane is about to hit you. And I'd never actually thought about that part of the image. Mm-hmm. And it reminded me that, you know, the eye moves with the storm. And that being in the eye of the storm doesn't mean you find a right place and then stay there forever, but that even there in the eye, you have to keep moving. God is always leading you someplace else.
Otherwise, the storm comes and smacks you down the
Absolutely.
left ear. Yes.
Absolutely.
You've been here for a while. Everybody in the media, at least, has an image of you, and they know what you stand for and where you come from and what you're about, and, you know, particularly on the sexuality issues. What else, apart from those things, are really important to you? What is it that gets you up in the morning that you're really passionate about?
I'm really passionate about reaching out to the unchurched. And for me, that falls into two categories: those who have never been a part of a faith community, but maybe even more importantly, those people who have left the church, either because they're bored to death, or because they feel that the church is not bold enough in its work for justice and equality and so on. And in the case of gay and lesbian people, those who have just been outright abused and hurt by the church. And making the case for God and making the case for the church to those who have left it or have never been a part of it is perhaps my greatest passion. So I would very quickly describe myself as an evangelical, which surprises a lot of people.
Certainly would.
But you know, I grew up in a very evangelical tradition in the Disciples of Christ denomination, and went to tent revivals and gave myself to Christ when I was about 12 or 13. So that's my tradition. I know that language. I believe it. I know all those old hymns. And so I think maybe that's why I'm a bit of an anathema to those who would criticize me, because I'm so old-fashioned and conservative in my theology and my evangelicalism, and they're not quite sure how you put that together with being gay.
So you're going to come back and give us a bit of tent revival in this big green field?
I might. I'd lead us in a stanza of the Old Rugged Cross, or I come to the garden alone. You know, I know all those hymns.
Well, I'll sing the harmonies. How about that?
I understand they have a beer and hymns or beer and...
Oh, yeah, 4 o'clock today.
4 o'clock today.
I'll see you there.
I understand you have to drink the beer and sing the hymns. Those are the 2 rules.
That's just about it. Okay.
Great.
And we'll all be singing from the same hymn sheet.
That sounds great. Thank you so much.
Good to meet you.
I've really enjoyed this. Thanks.
Bye.